Alright, starting this one a little later than I had planned, but that's fine. You don't need to see practice. We're going to have qualifying come up. 28 cars get in straight from qualifying. Everyone else goes home, except for they get to do a heat race for 3 laps beforehand because I can't get rid of heat races. So, looking at the times right now, looks like 6:53 is the time to beat in qualifying. Now this is slowed down often once we get to qualifying, where people can't push lap after lap after lap to try to get a lap in. But right now, that leaves a few people on the outside, like Hester and Ryan. But Ryan just started getting laps in, so yeah, let's see. We got a little bit of sun out on the track, and track temp 113, air temp 87. Gonna have clouds moving in and out all day, but yeah, let's go get our lap in and hopefully make the show. Still worried about screwing up qualifying, but lots of rubber on track. Asked people to run this middle lane just to help it out a bit, and we'll see if I can qualify a little further up than what we have in the previous 2 weeks. So this is a third of 4 weeks. That was a terrible corner, but probably could have actually got on it a little harder since we had a lot of room there. Going to go ahead and sweep down to try to get a run for the second lap. 6:52 is going to be very on the edge, so we need to improve this. It looks like we're going to do so by 10th. Well, it's dying. Not as great as I would like it to be, but it's a 6-0. That puts us into 6th place for the moment. Alright, well, we are still up front, and we're looking at 28th position. Nick King has just got knocked out. Zach Nelson just got knocked out. They might still have other laps to do. Martin right now on the bubble. Nick Martin with a 7.70. Daniel, he is in the show right now by quite a margin, so that's good. I think Martin just got knocked out. Now Ricky Brody is in the 28th position, and I believe he just got knocked out. Nope, he is still there. We've got Mitch, Tracy, and Joe, Lance. We got a couple others that might have been they might be quick. There we go. We've got some dropping now. And lowercase Ryan is out of the race. Brian right now is on the bubble. Tracy goes pole. Mitch sitting 5th. I think Brian just got knocked out. He did. It's going to put Schuler now on the bubble. 7.25. And we've got still 3, 4, 5 people that have not completed qualifying, and I think Schuler just got bumped. He did. So that's going to put Rick right now on the bubble in 28th. Jeremy way up top in 4th place. That is a very good lap out of him. 5.50. He beats Mitch. Right now, it's looking like we're going to get a very good invert here. Looks like Kyle misses it by a 10th. Rick is still on the bubble, and did Rick just get beat? He did. That puts James now on the bubble. Mitch is going to start 5th, but that's better than him starting on the pole, because at least someone else is going to get a lap lead point. So 717 is the tail end right now. We've got some people leaving. And Daniel getting close to that bubble, but we've only got one more person left to go, and I'm not sure if he is... Yeah, he's not even in here. So, it looks like the field is set. James gets the final position. And we are starting outside front row, it looks like. We're not going to get any bonus points, if I can actually get the qualifying points to work this time. So, we've got heat race, all for nothing, and so James, did you make it? Wesley made it, but he's starting way in the back. I would think James made it. Yeah, he made it. 18th place. So we've got the heat race. The heat race is pointless, and if I didn't have to do it, I would. Where is Shane starting? Wait. Okay, he's in 12th, so that should be easy to get him to the rear. So yeah, hopefully it's a good race. This is always an interesting preview. No cautions, 3 laps, nothing to learn, but you know, they haven't been massive wreck fests. I debated on giving Jeremy an end of the longest line, but his automatic DQ, I think, is
green flag, green flag.
So here we go. Rick is going to take an early lead, and he should have this one won unless he gets a little loose here. Unfortunately, Schuler in the 28 going to get stuck on the high side. We got the 29 way up by the wall. We got a dive coming here, and that was a very poor attempt by the 21. I'm not sure about that one. I don't know if that's a name that we've seen. White flag. Final lap. For a whole lot of nothing. And Rick is going to get this one easily. Then we're going to go into a 2-minute warm-up. Just checking to make sure the 21 doesn't drive through the 23. Not that any of this matters, but kind of tell how someone's going to drive by... Yeah, okay. I don't know about that guy. Yeah. Not sure. We will, we'll check and see how many races he's shown up for. So, warm-up time. Everyone's gonna race to get out of the pits. We are starting P2, though. So, a little bit of cloud cover coming over. Tried to use the real-world weather. There's a bunch of storms coming in and out of the area. So it's a fairly humid, hot day. And put it to the heaviest cloud cover with going completely overcast. Looks like we got one spun around there into 4.
17.688.
So yeah, it's going to be one of those races where 150 laps here with a very high speed corner on a older surface. It's going to make the tire wear a lot more extreme than it was at Lanier last week. We're going to definitely get down in the percentages by the end of this, so I think saving tires is going to be something that you can do, but you don't want to lose too much track position either. So although this place is nice and wide, it is definitely one of the harder places to pull off a pass, especially with lower powered cars like this. Just because you're driving into the corner so much harder than, say, with a super late model. There's not a whole lot of lift off until you get into the corner. So, there we go. Warm-up is over. Hopefully this race goes as well as the others have. And, yeah, 150 laps. Let's hop in the car and
line up on the outside. Pit road is closed right now.
Get ready for issuing the first penalty of the race.
You don't get any extra tyre sets for this race, so let's be smart out there.
And where is it? Alright, so whole different view than what we're used to. This could give us a chance to get ahead of Wesley in points, but if he has a bad race and I have a bad race, Mitch just might almost wrap up the championship. So, he's just been that dominant with the bonus points and then 2 wins, so
1 lap to green.
We'll see what we got here. Hopefully everything is working as designed. Shane is at the back, and we are ready to go. So each race so far has started off with about a 20-lap run. And we'll see
About to go green. Stay
what we get here. We got a few people blinking here on the inside.
Post car is off. Time to do your job. Green. Pit road's open.
Very late green flag out of the flagman there.
Car inside.
A very slow start. We're just going to back Mitch up here a bit.
Inside.
He's trying to get to the front as quick as he can.
20.511. Still there, inside.
So the first person not named Mitch is Alan to lead a lap. And in the series. And we're just going to try to fall in line. I don't want to be up on this middle groove too much. It's got a little less rubber, which means it's going to wear the tires out a little more. I see a nice spot behind Mitch to fall in. Mitch might be letting me get in, but right now I don't want to squeeze in between the two cars. He gives us room, and there we go. So, Joe is up here. I didn't even realize that. I didn't even notice his name in the standings. We got people too wide back behind us. Now it is all about conserving the tires and not putting it in the wall like I nearly did. But once again, everyone's started the race off nice and clean. Starting lap 6 here.
17.822.
A little bit of debris out of the corner there that I heard the tires pick up, staying a little lower. Mitch is going for a pass. I thought he was going for a pass.
17.862.
He got a big run out of the corner, and we'll just let him go.
Inside. Say hi.
Not worth fighting for it right now.
Say hi. 18 even. Clear inside.
We got Justin behind us. He is blinking. Starting to blink more and more. Not an issue at the moment.
18.003. Slow car down low.
Yep, and we got someone wrecked on the backstretch. And that is Zach Bryant. He's gotten spun or turned himself around. No caution has come out. He got going before we got to him. Not sure if he's going to be heading to the pits or joining back up. Just sitting here relaxing. It looks like most people are. Everyone is single file right now. Looking back there trying to find the Dr. Pepper can. Looks like he's about 5 or 6 positions behind us. That was a bad entry. Really used up the right front there. Need to do a nice light arc. Mitch gets a good run off the corner. Joe gives him space. Lots of space. Joe has a little bit of an issue there on the apron. So, what I can't get jammed up here and have Justin right on my tail with his blinking. We've got a couple of people working the high side. And I think they're going to use their stuff up.
18.0.
Could be wrong, though. I just feel like the high side is not where you want to be at all. We've gotten very lucky with our starting position up front, where we can kind of just ease it into the corners. Not have to drive it too hard. Do think we're going to have to try to get past Joe. I see that there was probably a spin. I think we've seen some tire marks going into the corner.
18.016.
We had a look, but we didn't have the nose there. Looks like Colton was the one that got spun. Got spun or spun himself. So he's going to be looking for the first caution. He should be the first one a lap down. He might be 2 laps down, though, if he had to drive through the pits there. He's falling off a little bit on speed right now. Start backing up the brakes a tiny bit. And Zach is headed back to the pits. His race might be over with. I almost followed Joe up right next to the wall. Joe has a bad entry there. We're not going to have the run, though, out of the corner. Going to have to go in like this, then turn down off the corner, try to get a run like Mitch did. We're not going to have it there, but hopefully he has more issues through 1 and 2. He does not, but we're going to have the nose here, and we should be able to complete the pass.
Clear outside.
Now, if Joe has Joe luck, Joe will get hit by Crow, who is blinking, just because that's how it goes for Joe. But it looks like Crow is getting cycled back as Tracy gets under him. We pushed the car really hard there for a couple of laps. Now we just ease back into it. We're kind of at that mark where the first crash happens, even though there's been a couple, but nothing that triggered a caution. I do feel like the car is getting tight.
18.044.
So the track started out with 0 rubber on it. We had a 25-minute practice with about 50 cars. And that got us to where we're at. There's not a whole lot of marbles at the top right now. Lots of marbles down on the apron, though. Joe is starting to be a little bit of a cork back there. And looks like Crow is going way high. Must have been told he's blinking. I don't think he's blinking anymore. We're going to kind of ease off of it. We're catching Mitch. We've got space behind us. We have no reason to push it at the moment. If this thing goes 150 green, which will be very unlikely, but if it does, there's going to be some tire wear issues. You should only really be able to get it down to about 40%. But if you're pushing it too hard, sliding too much, you could easily get it into that 10 to 20% range. And once you get it down to there, we've seen how handling just goes away massively, so taking a look back, Gavin is in the 7th place and he should be able to move up to 6th. Joe is on the freight train to mid-pack. We should, well, I was going to say we should be catching lap traffic, but there's no one on the relative close. So the pack is still really packed up, which you would expect when it was a couple of tenths throughout the field from front to back. So Mitch might have grabbed the wall a tiny bit there. Tracy is closing in on us. Right now my hope is we just save the tires well enough right now, get a caution before we start getting pressure, and then get back into a cycle after the caution. But at the moment, everyone is driving really good. We'll see what the 2 incidents were that didn't bring out cautions, but there we go. First caution of the race, lap 36. And it looks like it's a big one. We got quite a few people stacked up in turn 1. Or maybe they just had to slow down. It looks like someone off of the corner got loose. And we got the 39 turned around there.
Pit road is now open. Catch up, 84 car.
Been having too many people being way too far back on
Got the lucky dog.
caution laps, which has caused the field to be very spread out throughout this whole caution period. So looks like everyone is closed up. We got the lucky dog around, so we are going to go ahead and get our 2 to go this time. Just let everyone have a chance to have their tires cooled off, get rid of 1 lap there. Previously at Stafford, I was doing 2 of those to get it to 1 to go this time by, but we'll let everyone to cool off their tires a bit. So very, very good first run. I feel like I have saved my tires well. And now we're going to find out if lap cars listen to the rules. I don't even think we have any lap cars still out here. Looks like everyone that has went a lap down. Oh, that was James that was backwards there. So we've got 26 people on track.
1 to go, next time by. You're on the outside this time. 39.564.
All right. So, is Mitch going to get a bit more aggressive here? Got a lot of pickup on that high side. Definitely don't want to go up too high. I don't think it affects you too much into 1, but that was just a lot of pickup that I don't want to get my tires in. Tracy knows how it's done. Mitch had a bad start there.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, that was weird.
Showing us the black flag. You passed under yellow. We need to come in and serve a 30-second penalty.
Okay, I don't know why we didn't get the green.
7, car by, clear high.
We're gonna go ahead and do this.
Inside, clear inside. You're now in 3rd.
Because I should not have got that penalty. I don't know why the green flag was so late to come out there. I don't know if anyone else had penalties, but that was a messed up start. Go ahead and move myself backwards.
Stay high to the car on the low side. Clear inside.
Don't want to push it too hard up here, like I've said. Would like to slot in front of Brandon, which we will do.
4, 5, 3.
We should have been able to clear everyone there, I think, if there was any other issues. I don't know why it did that, though. That doesn't make any sense. Because there was no lap cars to screw that up. So, I was looking at the F3. Scott looks like he might have got turned or something bad happened. He's still going, though, so not a black flag.
18.17.
Alright, done being an admin. Oh, I thought we were going to go 3 wide. Gavin's having a bit of trouble making a move. We're going to go just hard enough to hold off Andrew.
18.056.
I know he's been kind of using his tires up on the outside, at least from what I've seen. Might have been someone else, but don't think we want to get stuck behind him, but it's gonna get jammed up here. We're about a third of the way through as we're gonna start lap 50 this time, and Tracy's gonna get cycled backwards. Lots of marbles down at the bottom of 4.
18.053. Stay low, there is a car on the high side. Still there.
Damn it, I can never hold off Tracy.
18.1.
It's to the high side, and
Keep low.
I am just underdriving it.
Still there, hold your line.
We started getting hooked.
18.093.
That was scary. I thought we were getting hooked into the wall. He was trying to close in, get into the gap behind us, and we just started pushing up a little bit on exit, and that hooked us together.
18.083.
Alright, P5. Wallace has been just kind of hanging back from the leader. Hasn't been trying to chase him down. He might be saving his stuff. I don't think tires are going to be that big of a concern. Thought we might see some contact there. God, it's so easy to think that you got a nose in on someone into 3. And that time Mitch goes for it. We're not going to get there. Save our tires. Oh my god, that was a massive push. I don't know what the hell that was. Everyone's got their claws out today. Very difficult track to pass at, and I think everyone knows that positions that you hold on to or can get are going to be very valuable. Just had to park it there. Everyone's backed up here. Had to make sure that we didn't get cycled and stuck behind Wallace. He's going to get freight train for a moment.
18.347. Keep low. Clear outside.
And then that was just a very dumb move. There's no way that you should turn down in the braking zone like that on lap 60.
18.24. You're back in 4th position.
There was hardly a car's width, and if you're turning down in line at that point, you got to slow down for me, and the guy's got to try to check up earlier than he was ready to. Luckily, I think it was self-punished there. But yeah, that kind of move, that was on the guy that got spun. That was not on Andrew. You can't expect someone to all of a sudden change up their entry when you dive down to block and get in line. Just impossible to do. Luckily everyone survived. Backed Tracy up a bit, but I don't think anyone got damage out of it. And Wallace's tires are probably really hot and lost a bit. All he had to do was just fall back one more spot. There was a bigger opening. It's one of those where you gotta look in the mirror and go, is it worth risking a wreck here? Gotta use some judgment and, you know, Tracy got cycled back.
18.181.
He's still in 6th. You know, there's a definite gap in speed around the 10th place. You're not going to fall all the way to the back. So, just a little excessive to try to dive in there on lap 60. Alright, so just trying to get back into save mode. Andrew shows the nose, we'll let him go.
Inside 18.195.
No need to waste any time. Tires up top there. Just want to have a bit more tire percentage left at the end of this one.
18.656.
And we've got 25th place lapped up here. He might have a bit of damage. Looks like he's blinking a little bit as well. We are ticking the laps off here though, and only one caution. We're on lap 70. It's going to be interesting to see whose car goes what direction. You know, the previous 2 races, we've been stuck in traffic trying to go forward. So we haven't been able to overdrive it. I feel like there's only been a couple of points where I've overdriven the car. Otherwise, I've been fairly nice to my tires. Now we just gotta hope we don't see a lap car bounce it off the wall and into traffic, especially with the blinking happening.
Car outside.
That was not good on my tires.
Clear outside if you want it. 18.237.
And we got Tyler in the 31, who is just ahead of the leaders now, 3 seconds ahead, 2 seconds ahead.
18.291.
I need to do that every corner. That's like the most perfect line that I can do, what I just did through 3 and 4. But I always get on the gas just a little too early. Now Brandon's looking pretty strong back behind Tracy. He's been stuck to the bumper. We're halfway, only one caution.
18.213.
Oh, tire wear is going to be... who knows, it could end up just being nothing with as much rubber as we put down on the track, but
18.22.
balance-wise, I don't feel like the car's getting tight or loose. Probably want to get it to be a little bit loose. Go back a couple more clicks on the brakes. Everyone's kind of settled into a pace right here.
18.265.
Mitch slowly closing down. Got the 31 who did not practice running the high side. No, I know he practiced running the high side because I was running it with him in practice, but he definitely overdrove the entry there into 3. Got a little loose on corner entry there.
Outside. Clear up top.
Alright, so no more lap cars after that. Hopefully everyone's able to get around the lap cars nice and smooth. We got a couple people side by side back there. It looks like around maybe right behind Joe, if that's Joe's car back there.
18.223.
So, Alan has got the bonus points for most laps led, unless Mitch gets past him and then we go into a ridiculous amount of green-white checkers. We're only 24 minutes into this race. It's been very, very good. Some very hard, close racing. We've got 25 once again. Has cycled all the way through the pack. He's got to be really damaged, or is just, once you get stuck on that high side letting people by, you just kind of end up at the back of the pack immediately, and then you're getting lapped again on a short track.
18.23.
Getting a little tight through center. I'm kind of going a little lower than everyone else, though. Just looking at my line compared to Andrew and everyone else. I feel like if I go a little bit higher, though, then I get like this nose push out of the corner. We are closing in on 60 to go. I can't believe how quickly this is went. I figured we would have a lot more cautions here, just because this place opens up to dive bomb situations. Looks like everyone's starting to use that line, the cut down line out of 4. Gavin might have just grabbed the wall there.
18.201.
At what point do we start to try to push it more? When we see a few wiggles out of people. Hopefully we see wiggles out of people before we start feeling like the tires are going away. I feel like I've picked up my pace. Haven't been listening to times. Andrew's gonna just clip the apron. And I nearly did too, and then nearly pushed up into the wall. We're closing in on both of them. He's closing in on Gavin. I think everyone's starting to feel like it's time to go. Because, I mean, if this thing goes green, 50 laps are going to go really quick. I feel like we got the balance of the car just right. Tracy is not pushing it, and whoever's behind Brandon has caught them. Gavin's on the apron. I'm going to follow him down there. That's going to open the door for Andrew, and that'll be an easy pass.
18.205.
It's just a tiny little bobble there by Gavin. Cost him a spot.
18.2.
Looks like he is starting to get a little loose. Over-rotated on entry. Just let it go up the track rather than trying to fight through it.
18.3.
I don't think we're going to pass Andrew back. I think he's going to check out. We're definitely not catching Mitch or Alan. without a caution. So right now, people behind me and then Gavin are all I'm worried about. So if we just go as fast as Gavin, getting a bit of cloud cover, track temps went down about 10 degrees since we started. Bad push on entry. Tried pushing too hard there. Fuel we're fine on. I didn't screw that up. No, Gavin really wants to beat me though. We've gotten past him at the end of the race 2 weeks in a row now. He was much quicker at Lanier, I think, but just kind of got shuffled and then cautions at the wrong time. But I feel like we're much quicker than him at the moment. We're pulling away from everyone behind. So Tracy's either just knows that he can hold off the people behind him, and if he goes easier on his tires than the rest of us up here, he's going to have better tires, or he's used up his tires. But if he doesn't get a caution, it doesn't matter what happens. So, sun's back out.
Outside. Clear.
Just had to be very careful there. Wasn't quite sure if we were going to clear him or not. Starting to get a little looser. Now, had I not read right before this race someone commenting on my channel that they are always rooting for Gavin over me, I might just be content to sit with 5th, since we've not seen Wesley behind us. Oh, never mind, Wesley's right there. He has found his way to the front.
18.259.
So, yeah, we need to pass Gavin. I like how this track has evolved, though. Oh, Gavin. I thought he was eating the wall hard.
Car down low, car stop down low, car stopped up high. The yellow flag is out. 18.176.
That is Alan in the 50 and maybe the 31.
Right past the 50 car.
Well, that changes everything. We're going to find out if Tracy was saving tires. So,
Pit road's open.
someone should have a lucky dog. Hopefully they're working their way up. Track looks like an absolute mess in the rearview mirror.
Past the 96
Why are we 5 seconds behind the pace car?
Car 96. Got the lucky dog. Let them
Why
pass on the outside.
is Alan pitting? There's no tires. Was Alan involved in that? I hope not. That will really suck if he was. Well, I have no idea what's going on. Hopefully Alan didn't think that there was tires to get. Maybe Alan used up his tires. Or, yeah, it was Alan that was it at the front, yeah. Maybe he got a meatball right there at the end, or maybe he was involved in that. Alright, well, second caution of the race comes at lap 110. Absolutely ridiculous. Great driving by everyone, but now is when it starts to get brutal. people are going to be trying really hard.
1 lap to green. You're on the outside this time. 39.703.
Alan, that is not how this works. I've made it clear I will remove you if you're a lap car and you drive up to the front.
About to go green.
Sorry,
Stay focused.
but that's just how it is.
The pace car is in. Green, green, green. You're back in.
Terrible start.
37.2.
Absolutely horrible start. I'm going to go ahead and just clear all in case. Well, we've given ourselves a massive disadvantage on that start. I don't know how I was so bad. We are extremely tight on entry. Oh, Gavin. There was a left turn there.
Car outside. Stay low. 17.945. Keep low.
He's going to fight for it, though.
Stay low.
Although he should just pull in behind me and get down before Tracy gets to him.
Clear up top.
But then he's got to back off because I came up in front of him and he didn't want to run me over. He should be able to get down now. See, I just want to beat him. I don't want him to go all the way to the back. Now see, I'm going to be too much of a chicken to show up to his hosted race, I think. I just absolutely hate that car. I haven't driven it with the setup, so I might try it, but he has reached 2,000 subscribers and is having a hosted race for that. Question is now, can Andrew get Mitch?
18.021.
How much has he saved?
18.081.
Trying to get the right rear a little hotter. We're getting a bit tight. This is not going to be one that Mitch just gives up and lets him go, so.
18.04.
They are stacked up behind. Mitch is really burning that right front.
18.116.
Seems like once you get a little high in 3 and 4, if you push through it.
Stopped up high.
Oh, we're going to have a caution, aren't we?
Go low.
And Daniel has found the wall. And it looks like Scott has also found a wreck late in the race, unfortunately. He was involved in late wrecks last week as well. Both of them were. No caution because they got going before we caught them. Now, if I was admitting out of the cockpit, maybe I'd throw a caution there, but less cautions, the better. I think Andrew's got this.
18.18.
And I think Gavin just got cycled hard to the back. He's up in the marbles on the high side, it looks like. I've used my stuff up trying to close into these guys. They're just so much better than me.
Go high.
And we got a caution.
0-1. Caution. Yellow flag. Line up. Single file. Closed. Pit road is closed.
Gavin is still alive. Don't know who the caution was. Maybe Daniel. Maybe. Oh no, Tracy's in the pits. Well, that's unfortunate, and it's going to be even more unfortunate if it was. Well, the two people around him are Wallace, who has had an EOL at one point in the season, and Jeremy, who's had a DQ at one point in the season, so we'll see. Alright, well, as I thought, a few cautions here at the end. I don't know if I would go pick up that rubber. I know it doesn't work quite like that in iRacing, but there's so many marbles down there. We're racing so wide that marbles are getting tossed down low and then up by the wall. But let's get this one going, I guess. No lucky dog. Joe's out of the race. That sucks. So there was a wreck right there. Right around where Gavin was. So we'll have to go obviously see what happened after the race. But we've got 18 lap shootout. And Wesley should, in theory, have the best tires.
One to go. Next time by 38.886. Line up on the outside.
Depends on how slow we're going on this restart. But I'm not going to have to be adminning or anything.
ready,
We can just
going
focus
green.
on the restart here. We'll get this up and ready though, so that I can clear it on the backstretch so no one gets screwed over trying to watch Mitch's car.
Green, green, green. 37.649.
Clear all. I think at this point it's just all out,
18.246.
but not be shit like that. Big wiggle into the corner, just had to chase it up the track. Oh, we're so tight. Center and corner, it's just no turn.
17.87.
Mitch got a little loose there, center. And Andrew's car looks really good. Maybe not as good as Wesley's car behind. He just had to back out because I think he thought I was going to loop it, hitting the apron. Oh, Wesley gets an even worse corner there. Probably just goes for survival there. Wallace is very aggressive. Unfortunately, I think we needed that
17.986.
50-40 lap run for anything to happen with Mitch. He gets a little tight there, but he's getting good exits. Starting to see. Oh fuck! Big push. Keep it out of the wall. Okay. We just gotta focus on getting third.
10 laps to go. Yellow flag is out.
Andrew just got saved there, but not that I was going to be able to get to him, but he had a bad wiggle there, right rear. Did not look to be going good. And another caution.
Pit road's open.
Someone we haven't mentioned is Billy, back in 9th place. He's having another good run. We do have a lucky dog. Wait till he gets past.
91, got the lucky dog. Let them pass on the outside. Letter 91, car bike.
Give us 2 to go here. Hopefully we don't get into green-white checkers. Very interested to see what everyone's tires end up being. Not worried about tire heat. Track keeps cooling off. At this point, it's all wear that we're fighting, so. Well, let's hope that we can finish this one out. I will get clear all up now so that I don't have to do that. Just to make sure that no one gets any stupid black flags here.
1 to go. Next time
I still don't understand what happened with that start where the green flag didn't come out until we were in turn 1, but must have something to do with the lap cars on the inside being at the back or something. I don't know.
Get ready, going green. The pace car is off, be ready. Green flag, green flag. 37.385.
Go ahead and clear all. Big push. Bad push on entry. And now we're really loose into the corner. Very loose on exit.
Car inside. Still there. White flag, 1 more lap to go. Keep high. Clear inside. 18.078.
And Mitch is going to get his 3rd win. We're going to get 3rd again. Andrew's going to come home in 2nd. Wallace 4th. Wesley gets 5th. He doesn't get all the bonus points this time,
All
though.
right, there's the checkered flag.
And we're going to have to go see what happened with
Great
the
job. You did
leader.
really well.
But tough racing, and well, we had a lot of good clean racing there. Look at all these marbles down here. It's ridiculous. But hopefully nothing too terrible happened, and hopefully the guy that I had to kick out of the race understands why. I mean, I made it clear in pre-race. 48-29. So what were everyone else? 34-36, 54-32, 31-18 by Gavin. Jesus, Gavin. Oh, that's why Gavin's dog has decided that he wants to do the pedals. Yeah, so who was it that I had to boot out of there? That would have been Alan Perry. I'm pretty sure you were here the whole time. And way up here, I said lap cars will move to the rear even though they're on the inside. This is to prevent black flags for the lead lap and lappers. If it says catch the pace car, you won't get a black flag. Just move to the rear, but don't stop. That's why I had to boot you. So, Daniel had some tires left, but I don't think he finished all of the laps. So, let's take a look at what all occurred. So we got Logan, who usually gets spun on the first run. He just gets a little inside wall, very easy to do here. Then we got Jeremy gonna get in the outside wall. And, well, Zach was a tiny bit slow off the corner. Did he get the... Okay, he got the wall on the inside. And who is this? James. James said that he deserves an EOL. I mean, that one... I mean, that's not you being aggressive. That's just all of a sudden there's a car having issues. Let's take a look at it on board, just so that I can get an idea of what I would have seen. Yeah, that always looks slightly different in car, and yeah, that will count as one incident. Luckily, it didn't cause a yellow. Unfortunately for Zach, well, his day was kind of ruined there early. Ryan going up the hill, up the hill, up the hill, up the hill. What the hell was that? I think he moved the slow car down low, and then he got up in the marbles. I think that's what happened. We got Scott back here. Little wall scrape. Wesley, a little wall scrape. Blinking. We've seen lots of that. We got Billy in the 57. Oh, and he gets into the rear of Colton. They just kind of all got stacked up. There's a little bit of prediction code there. I mean, there's a gap, but yeah, Colton had to check up a little earlier, and it just accordions. I mean, you see that Scott's getting into the back of the 57 there. No caution. Colton goes in the pits, a lap down. Then Andrew's gonna get a little bit of wall, a lot of bit of wall. And Tyler tiny bit of wall. James, Hardy's cars are bad luck, just to let you know. And then we got James again here. He's going to get the wall, gets the wall, comes down, and that gets Scott. This front stretch wall can flip you upside down so quick, though. So I understand why people kind of pull down off of it, but Shane gonna get the wall. I don't think we're gonna see him get into the back of anyone. It sounds like he recovered well from his end of the longest line. Jeremy into the wall. Colton sitting here at the front, trying to stay up in lucky dog position, and he does. And then we got some contact up ahead. Let's see. Alright, definitely a nose there. Definitely a nose, definitely a nose, definitely a nose. And Ryan just kind of turns down. So, that one's going to go on Ryan. And then Alan gets into the back of it. Just nowhere to go. 73 slowed up to miss it. And James is there. And then Hunter gets turned into it. That was just nothing anyone could do once it started happening. I'm not going to assign blame afterwards unless someone comes in 5 minutes later and blasts into the wreck. And this is Scott getting sent. So everyone's just kind of stacked up there. Everyone's stacked up. Scott gets on the brakes and has to really slow down. He gets turned into the grass, tiny brush to the fence. He gets going again, but that takes him. That's when I noticed that he was at the rear. And then Wesley gets really loose, and Jeremy's there. Mitch is going to grab the wall a bit. Tyler is going to hit the front stretch wall hard. Daniel is going to hit the front stretch wall really hard. And then Colton gets into the back of him. Scott is going to the wall. Everyone's getting tight, it looks like. Even though I didn't see anyone's right front being more worn. And then James really hard into the wall. That car is more used up than when he got wrecked at Lanier. Tyler not learning to lift off the gas out of the corner. Alan into the wall. What are we going to have here? Blinking. Ryan's going to get the wall. Logan's going to get the wall. Hunter is in the wall. Lap are we on? Lap 80. Man, we had a long-ass green run. That is so awesome. This has been so much fun to be able to run short tracks properly. I know that I get a bit of an advantage being the guy that no one wants to run into. So I get a little cleaner race around me than everyone else does, but I hope everyone's having fun with this because you don't get this good at short track racing in officials. And with all the fuel that we're burning, the car changes throughout. I forgot to tell Mitch good win. Sorry, forgot to write that. I think we all just say that before the race anyways, so I still want him to show up because the first person to beat him is gonna feel like a hero. So what do we got going on here? Spencer, and that was just Colton back on the gas way too early for a guy that wasn't up the track. So Spencer gets turned in. No caution though, because he's not around. I don't know why he's going slow. He gets it in gear. Did it break? Shit. Damn it. That's not what I wanted to see. accidentally hit enter, and let me try something. Nope, it's broken. Okay, well, let's find out what the caution was. And here we go. This is... Alan going up the track, getting the 31. Oh, and that is... Yep, that's where the leader dies. That sucks. I think Alan might have been able to hold off Mitch, but that just destroyed his car. So yeah, this was just two people not even racing each other. One's in 22nd, a lap down, I think. Or maybe at the tail end of the lead lap. And I mean, if you're gonna be passing someone, go all the way to the bottom, but Alan got removed anyways because he didn't know what the rules were, so I'm sure he's not happy about that. Let's take a look then. We're going to 107 to then. It's so crazy how many green laps we have. Yeah, what the hell was all of this? We know Tracy and Joe are gone. So how'd it happen? Now we got lap car not going to the apron. Yeah, that's unacceptable. We don't need people 100 miles an hour off the pace. Understand he was coming back out. I thought it was the Hunter guy, so yeah, I'm not gonna... This sucks. It shouldn't have happened. And yeah, that unfortunately gets a bunch of people. And Logan rolled across the track. Spencer almost drives into it a mile late. And yeah, that's unfortunate. A lot of people wrecked out there for really no reason, and I'm guessing Alan feels like crap about it, which is why he's pulling off. Maybe? I don't know. I think we just need to make a rule that if you're that far off pace, you just need to park it. I know he was just trying to get out of the way, but yeah, he goes and parks it now, I think. Nope, he finished it out. So, yeah, I don't know how to police that. It was unnecessary. So then, we haven't even seen Daniel wreck. Where did Daniel wreck at? We missed this somewhere. Trying to figure out where it's going to happen. I don't see anyone around him. Get a cone that gets... Does he get wrecked by the cone? Nope. That has happened before. Oh. That. Yeah, we missed this one because there wasn't a caution. So, this is James. Alright. Yeah, I mean, Scott threw it in really deep. He's there, slides up. James is a little lower than he should be here. I mean, especially when you see that coming. When you see someone throwing it in that hard into that corner, especially when it's so easy to hit that apron, you know, I know you don't want to go up too high. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just going to call that racing. It sucks that everyone got wrecked there. Scott was in 20th. James was in 17th. Yeah, okay, Scott was in 18th. They were racing for position. Little more room, little less dive. I mean, I can call it on both people there, but that's not going to make anyone happy. Alright, let's go see what happened for this caution, if we haven't already. James, alright. James is struggling. I think his car is bent up. Overdrives it, stomps on the brakes, hits the inside wall. I think Colton's car is a bit used up as well. Oh, and James loses it on his own and then takes out Brandon. Yeah. James, that's an end of the longest line for the next race you make. Unfortunate. And what do we got? I think that's it. So, I hope everyone enjoyed that race. Let's go take a look at the standings now. Let's see if we got qualifying points to work. I doubt we did, but I've tried a bunch of other things here, so we'll see. No. Did not get qualifying points to work, I don't think. Alright, so here we go. 3 wins for Mitch. 7 bonus points. Wesley in second, 48 points. So pretty much Mitch cannot show up next week, and if Wesley doesn't win the race, it's over, because 20 points is all you get for winning. Yeah, there's bonus points, but yeah, 1 point between Wesley and I. Wallace is back 8 points. Andrew, Gavin, and Shane. So we got down here tied for 43rd with 1 point. These are all the people that have finished. Wait, I don't think Kyle's made a race, so maybe it did do qualifying points this time. Let's check it out. Let's go to qualifying. Did it give points? It did. So Tracy got 2 points. Did it get added to... ...21 championship points. That's correct. Yeah, alright, it worked out. Tracy got 10 points, so it did what it needed to. Finally. Apparently, we just are not able to see past 50 in the season standings. Or maybe, no, we didn't have quite as many people sign up this time, so that's right. Alright, I finally got it working, I think. So, yeah, the bonus points only show for laps led and most laps led, and then fastest laps if I use that. So it's just added into other points now. So, alright, I solved that. Hope you're enjoying this. Thanks for watching.